Good morning, everyone. Today we will start the part 2 of chapter number 12 Applications of Biotechnology. As we have already discussed some applications in the previous class, and today we will start the next one is gene therapy and molecular diagnosis. And after the molecular diagnosis, we will discuss about the biopatents and the biopiracy. So, have a look on the PPTs. So, dear students, good morning to everyone. Today, we will start the next part of application of biotechnology in medicinal uses. Today, we will start the gene therapy. I have already explained the formation of insulin. Now we will start the gene therapy. What is gene therapy? What was the first example? Everything will be discussed here. So gene therapy is an attempt to cure hereditary or genetic diseases. This is the first easy definition. With the help of gene therapy, we will cure the hereditary or genetic diseases. Second, another important definition is replacement of diseased gene by healthy gene is called gene therapy. So you can see gene therapy is basically a procedure in which we treat the genetic disorder. The first approved gene therapy clinical research in the US, took place on 14 September 1990 at the National Institute of Health (NIH) under the direction of William French Anderson, and a 4-year-old girl, Ashanti De Silva, received treatment for a genetic defect that left her with ADA-SCID, a severe immune system deficiency. So there are three important questions can be asked. First, define gene therapy. The replacement of disease gene by the healthy gene is called gene therapy. Second important point, which country proposed the gene therapy? Then you need to show US on the 14th September 1990, NIS, National Institute of Health. And the important scientist related to gene therapy is William French Anderson. And the first this procedure was applied to the old 4-year-old girl Ashanti De Silva, and the name of disease was ADSCID. Genes are inserted into the person's cells and tissue to treat the disease. So what will you see? The modified gene will be inserted into the cells or tissues for the treatment. The first clinical gene therapy was given in 1990 to a 4-year-old girl with adenosine deaminase deficiency, because that girl was suffering from the ADA deficiency. What is the full form of ADA? Adenosine deaminase. This enzyme is required for breakdown of deoxyadenosine into the uric acid. In the normal babies, or you can say in the normal human beings, adenosine deaminase enzyme breaks the deoxyadenosine to the uric acids. But at the case of ADA deficiency, it will not be broken down to the uric acids. In the absence of ADA, toxic deoxyadenosine is accumulated and destroy the infection fighting immune cells called T cells and B cells. So what will you see? The presence of deoxyadenosine causes the loss of immune system because it destroys the T cells and B cells. This order is caused due to the deletion of the gene for adenosine deaminase in chromosome. What is the basic reason? Because deletion of the gene in chromosome can be seen. So gene therapy is required. What will be the treatment of gene therapy? Treated by bone marrow transplantation. So in this method, either we can transplant the bone marrow, healthy bone marrow to the diseased person, or enzyme replacement therapy. The second option is you can replace the ADA enzyme involving repeated injections of the ADA enzyme. So either you will have to transplant the bone marrow, or you will have to inject ADA enzyme again and again. Lymphocytes from the blood of the patients are grown in a culture. A functional ADA cDNA is then introduced into these lymphocytes and returned into the body. So if you want to cure the ADA disease, then what you need to do, just isolated the lymphocytes and insert cDNA into the lymphocyte. The patient required periodic infusion of genetically engineered lymphocytes because these cells are not immortal. Because you can see these cells are not immortal, so you need to replace again and again these cells. So functional ADA or cDNA introduced into the cells at early embryonic stages could be a permanent cure. Although this is comparatively a typical process in which you will have to introduce the ADA cDNA into the embryonic stage, and it will be better process of abortion because it is a great cause for the future life. A diagrammatic presentation is given here. You can see this is the DNA molecule, double stranded DNA. One is the orange and another is the green. Identification of therapeutic genes. Initially you will have to identify the therapeutic gene or ADA gene. We will isolation of target cells. This is the person from which we will isolate target cells, lymphocytes, and then these genes are introduced to target cells. Now assembly into a vehicle, genetically modified cells are prepared. These are the genetically modified cells given here, and you need to inject again and again to the diseased person. So expression of the therapeutic gene and the disease cure can be seen here. So different methods were explained. In the next application in the medical field is molecular diagnosis. Early detection of disease is not possible by conventional methods like serum and urine analysis. Generally, whenever you are suffering from any disease and visit to the doctor, then doctor asks for the blood test and urine test. But there are certain diseases in which a doctor cannot identify the disease just by using the conventional methods like serum or blood and urine analysis. So modern technologies are given here. So molecular diagnosis techniques. There are different molecular diagnosis techniques, out of which the first is RDT. What is the RDT? Recombinant DNA technology. The second is PCR. It is already explained in the previous chapter, polymerase chain reaction. And this is the important, ELISA, enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. So in this chapter we will explain the ELISA, and there are another more methods. We know that very few low concentration of bacteria or virus can be amplified and detected by PCR. So it is used to detect genetic disorders. PCR is useful to mutation in genes in suspected cancerous patients. So you can see a single stranded DNA or RNA tagged with radioactive molecule probe is allowed to hybridized to its complementary DNA in a clone of the cell followed by detection using autoradiography. So a simple question is asked on the point, what is probe? What is probe? A single stranded DNA or RNA which is tagged with radioactive molecule, and there is a specific procedure that is autoradiography. The clone having mutated gene enable make complementary bonding of probe, hence not appears in photographic film. But mostly the question is asked on the ELISA. We will discuss this method in the next chapter also. So what is ELISA? Full form of ELISA is enzyme linked sorbent assay, and it was proposed by Engvall and Perlman in the year 1971. Although its detail is not given in your book, but we will discuss all the facts of ELISA. So enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, a rapid immunochemical test that involves an enzyme used for measuring a wide variety of tests of body fluids like antigens, antibodies and biochemicals. So with the help of this technique, we can analyze the presence of specific antigens, specific antibodies and biochemicals in the body, which is prepared in the very low concentration in the micrograms or nanograms. What are the important steps of ELISA? Antibody coating. Specific capture antibody is immobilized on high protein binding plates by overnight incubation. In the second step, protein capture. First, we will capture the antibody. Protein capture. Samples and standard dilutions are added to the wells and will be captured by the bound antibodies. So you can say just like enzyme substrate reaction, here enzyme antibody and enzyme protein reaction can be seen. Now detection of antibody. Now antibodies are detected. Streptavidin enzyme conjugate is formed and addition of substrate. Now we will add the substrate and finally analyze the point. You can see the outline figure here. This is the black colored solid plate. Antigen is coated onto wells by passive adsorption. By using the adsorption method, antigen is coated on the wells, and these are the antigens attached to the solid plate. Now, labeled antibody is supplied on the surface of this solid plate. It will react to each other and chromosome or substrate signal can be seen. So antibody conjugated with enzyme is added and incubated with antigen and incubation. Substrate chromophore is added and color develops. So this method is used in the detection of confirmation of ads. You can listen about the Prega news in which pregnancy test is carried out. So this was the ELISA test. So all these topics were related to applications of biotechnology in the medical field. Now next part of application is transgenic animals. With the help of biotechnology, different genetically modified animals were prepared by the scientists for different purposes, and these animals known as transgenic animals. Transgenic animals are modified animals, basically animals that have an alien DNA which able to express in it is called transgenic animals. So you can see these animals are genetically modified animals. Some examples are given here: mouse, goat, sheep, rabbit, cow, fish, dogs, horse and guinea pigs were prepared by the scientists in the laboratories that contains different specific genes. Reasons for creation of transgenic animals. What was the purpose for the creation of transgenic animals? The first purpose was normal physiology and development. If you want to study the physiology of the animal or its development of the animal, then you can use the transgenic animals. Transgenic animals are specifically designed to allow the study of how the genes are regulated. So, for the study of regulation of genes, we will use the transgenic animals. How the gene affects normal functioning of the body. The effect of the genes on the body can be studied by these animals. How it affects growth and development. Example, insulin like growth factor, and the animals made transgenic to know the biological effect and the result. Second purpose of scientists was study of the disease. By using the transgenic animals, animals are designed to understand how genes contribute to the development of disease like cancers, cystic fibrosis, rheumatoid arthritis, and Alzheimer's disease. All these diseases were studied by the scientists by using transgenic animals. In the next point, biological products. You can say transgenic animals are used to produce biological products of human interest. You can see the first is alpha 1 antitrypsin. It is used to treat the emphysema. You can say emphysema is a respiratory disease, and for the treatment of emphysema, alpha 1 antitrypsin is useful. Proteins for the treatment of PKU. The full form of the PKU is phenylketonuria and the cystic fibrosis. So, in the year 1997, a transgenic cow was made. Transgenic cow. The name of that is Rosie. It produces human protein enriched milk. The name of the protein is a human alpha lactalbumin, and the quantity of the protein was 2.4 gram per liter. So it is useful for the better growth of infants. So we can use the cow milk for the better growth of the infants. This is the transgenic cow. Rosie was the first transgenic cow born in 1997. This is the important question, and it produces human protein enriched milk with 2.4 gram per liter human gene alpha lactalbumin. So this is the cow that was prepared by the scientists in the laboratory. This is transgenic cow, first transgenic cow. Another purpose was vaccine safety. Transgenic mice are being developed and used in testing the safety of the vaccines before they are used for human beings. So you can see, whenever any vaccine is developed, then initially it is tested on the animals, and especially transgenic mice is used, and polio vaccine is tested in the mice in the first of all. And you are listening about the corona vaccine nowadays. Initially it was also tested on the transgenic animals, then human trials are started. The next purpose of the transgenic animal preparation was chemical safety testing. This is also known as toxicity or safety testing. Transgenic animals are made to know the effect of toxic chemicals. So we can find out the effect of the toxic chemicals on the transgenic animals in the laboratory, and then it is further implemented. In the next part, we have discussed all the applications of biotechnology here. Now the new topic, that is ethical issues, because human is a social animal and it has lot of social concerns with science. So GESE was established. What is GESE? Genetic Engineering Approval Committee, set up by Indian government, which will make decisions regarding validity of GM, genetically modified research, and safety of introducing genetically modified organisms for public services. In the previous years, almost 10 years back, BT cotton and BT brinjal was introduced in the Indian society. Then there was a great problems created by human beings. So it was resolved by GESE. A patent. What is patent? A patent is a right granted by government to an inventor to prevent others from commercial use of this invention. You can see, whenever any scientist or person discovered or invented a specific medicine, specific technique or technology or specific tool, then he applies for the patent. Patent is a basically a special license for the use of that microbe, that chemical, that enzyme, that technique or tool. Patents granted for biological entities and for products derived from them. These patents are called biopatents. When these patents are granted for bioproducts, then it is called biopatents. 27 documented varieties of basmati are grown in India, and different problems were created by other countries. Now come to the next point, biopiracy. What is biopiracy? It is the term used to refer to the use or exploit or patent of biological resources by multinational companies and other organizations without proper authorization from the countries and people concerned, without compensatory patents. Because you can see, there is a branch of botany, that is ethnobotany, that deals with the basic knowledge of plants regarding diseases. But sometimes some countries causes problem because knowledge is related to the tribal communities but used by the multinational companies. You can see the medicinal use of turmeric. It was patented by America, and after the oppose of Indian government, again it was given to Indian government. Some examples are given here regarding to the what is the indigenous use, what is the patentees, and what action was taken by the Indian government. Haldi, turmeric. The scientific name of haldi is curcuma longa. Treatment for strains, inflammatory conditions and wounds. It is very useful in the skin diseases, inflammatory diseases and wounds. Two scientists from the University of Mississippi were granted US patent 5401504 on the use of turmeric in 1995. Basically, Indian public is using haldi from the last hundreds or thousands of years, but the patent was granted to these scientists from America. That was illegal, and action was taken by Indian government. Similarly, neem, azadirachta indica, as an air purifier and the effective medicine for almost all types of human and animal diseases because of its insect and pest repellent properties. But its patent was also given to the US Environmental Protection Agency, and again it was cancelled with the help of Indian government. Similarly, This problem was created on the basmati rice also, because basmati rice has a unique aroma and flavor, and also its patent was given to the another country, and again Indian government take a specific decision to cancel this. So dear students, these are the important points regarding that chapter number 12. All the applications of biotechnology are studied here. We have finished gene therapy, enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, biopatents, biopiracy. This is very important part for your syllabus, and if you have any doubt, then you can ask to me in the WhatsApp group, or you can personally call to me. So dear students, have a nice day. Thank you.